Let's count down the top 5 oldest tech we still use today. Number 5 is the Baghdad battery. This is a 2,000-year-old clay jar that may have been used to electroplate metal objects. Can you imagine being an archaeologist uncovering this and having no idea what it is? Scientists think that the Baghdad battery was used by the ancient Mesopotamians to coat metal objects with precious metals like gold. The way it worked was simple. You place the object you want to plate in the jar along with a copper wire, and then you fill the jar with vinegar salt solution. When the copper wire is connected to the mouth of the jar, an electric current is created and the metal object is plated with gold. Today we use similar technology to plate metal objects, but instead of a clay jar, we use a glass container and a plastic or rubber membrane. And instead of vinegar salt solution, we use an acid or a base depending on the metal object we're plating. Number 4 is the Greek Antikythera mechanism. This is an ancient analog computer that was used to track the movements of the planets. It was created around 200 BC, and it's considered to be one of the most sophisticated pieces of technology from the ancient world. The Antikythera mechanism was likely used by astronomers to predict astronomical events like eclipses and the heliacal rising of Sirius, which was important to the ancient Egyptians because it marked the beginning of the Nile River's annual flood. Today, we use computers to track the planets, but back then they didn't even have electricity. They had to use gears and pinions. Number 3 is the Roman hypocaust. This was a type of underfloor heating that was popular in Roman villas during the 1st century AD. It consisted of a series of pipes that ran under the floor, which were filled with hot water or steam. The heat from the pipes would radiate through the floor and into the room. Today, we still use underfloor heating in our homes, but instead of hot water or steam, we use hot water. Number 2 is the Chinese seismoscope. This is an ancient device that was used to detect earthquakes. It was invented around 132 AD during the Han Dynasty, and it's considered to be the earliest known earthquake detector in the world. The seismograph worked by measuring the vibrations of the ground during an earthquake, and it was able to do this by using a weighted arm that would swing when the ground shook. The arm would swing and strike a piece of metal which would make a loud noise. This noise would alert people that an earthquake had occurred. Today, we use much more advanced technology to detect earthquakes, but the basic principle is the same. We still use a weighted arm that swings when the ground shakes. And number 1 are the Indus Valley flush toilets. These are some of the world's oldest toilets, and they date back 4,000 years to the Indus Valley civilization. The toilets were discovered in the city of Mohenjo-Daro, and they were built into the floors of public bathrooms. The toilets were connected to a sewer system which carried away human waste. Today, we still use flush toilets in our homes and public buildings, and they're still connected to sewer systems. But unlike the toilets in Mohenjo-Daro, most of them don't have a squatting position. Comment, which one surprised you the most? Ancient China had earthquake detectors. Who knew? Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.